Welcome aboard the Pirelli 47, a celebration of Pirelli Speedboats' 20 years in business and the legacy that they're building. And of course, like that legacy, on this new model, they haven't held anything back, and I'll show you that in this walkthrough. Let's start with the performance, where that statement is especially true. We have 3 Mercury V10s of 425 horsepower each, for a total of 1,275 horsepower, which will bring you above 50 knots. Paired with the Mannerfelt Racing Team hull with a deep V design and a double step, it's enough to practically qualify for offshore racing. But as a rib, it always feels safe regardless of the sea conditions. But what really differentiates the new model here, the 47, is the space on board. As always, we're on board of a Walkaround, but as you can see here on the stern, it really opens up. From the extensions of the deck that allow you to easily access the water to the sunbed right next door, you have a space that is absolutely social, open to the elements, and fun. Oh, I almost forgot. Have a look at these steps. You don't notice this until you get on board, but it really helps when you're getting off and heading over to the dock. In addition to this beautiful sunbed that the current model is configured with, it's possible for the owner to choose to have instead 1 sofa looking aft, 2 sofas counter-facing around a table for socializing, or in addition to the wet bar underneath the hardtop, a second one, which can also be used as just a storage. So you have plenty of options for how to configure this space. Underneath the hardtop, we find a complete hosting setup for all your friends to join. You can practically have events here. Look at this wet bar. You have a beautiful sink here, and down below your ice maker, fridge, freezer, and plenty of storage for everything you need. And to keep things clean, minimalist, and easy to use, an induction cooktop right here built in. It's flush with the countertop, and you have 2 burners. Now it's worth mentioning that this entire interior space is also configurable. That's that versatility that the brand promises. So this bar, for example, can switch places with the U-shaped sofa to sit directly behind the Helm Station, whereas the sofa can switch 180 degrees and face forward. For hosting, you can see the advantages of this setup. The bar is easily accessible both from the sunbathing area and from your interior lounge here and the table. But it's also worth thinking about that when you're cruising, it's nice to sit facing forward. And when, for example, like this yacht, you configure the aft without a table and you're always eating right here, it's nice to be able to have an opening section in the hardtop, and Pirelli offers that option as well. You can have a soft top so that you can open it up and let the sun shine through. Now, let's head forward just a little further to my favorite part of the yacht. As always with Pirelli, I just love to make my way to the helm. And on this model in particular, it is super comfortable to get in here, especially with this footrest, the ability to either lean up against the seats or just sit down for a little longer navigation. And once you're here, the first thing you notice is the incredible visibility. Whether you're looking behind you, forward, or especially off the sides in the open version here, you have absolutely complete situational awareness. And it's also a pretty cool spot to sit. Just looking over the controls, the design is clean, simple, intuitive, especially thanks to Mercury, which supplies the throttle and the joystick here. And I really like the way everything is balanced, because on one hand we have these Raymarine screens with the custom interface, which is great to have because they've integrated practically every system on board, from your lights to your pumps, generators, everything into a really simple to use, easy to understand at a glance interface. And that's really fantastic, especially on a boat like this where you're really doing everything for fun. So one detail I want to note about the Mercury joystick here, for those who don't know, is that it has the skyhook functionality, something I think is super cool, because instead of always having to throw the anchor, you can actually hold your position even more precisely by simply pressing the skyhook button. And the 3 Mercury motors will work all together in order to maintain the yacht's position. Now before we head to the bow, let me show you the interior and the cabin. At the entrance to the lower deck, you have all of the controls you need to set the mood before you even get downstairs. So you have your light switches, your climate control, and 2 spotlights, which help to make your way downstairs, together with the LED underlighting beneath the steps. And one detail that I really like is the positioning of the switchboard right at the entrance, so you can access it from either the Helm Station or down here in the cabin. This bedding area here, which is surprisingly large and light considering we're on board a Walkaround, has a surprising transformation to show us. So I wouldn't have never realized this if the Pirelli team didn't tell me. It folds up and reveals a little lounge here where you have space for 3 guests to sit with a table in the middle. Plus, there's still space for somebody else to relax in the back. And everybody downstairs has access to this full height bathroom. So you have your sink, toilet, and shower. Moving throughout all of the spaces on board of the Pirelli 47 is incredibly easy. I guess that's why they call it a Walkaround. There's plenty of room on both sides, and one detail I love in particular about this model is the way that they've tapered off the walkway, so you actually have just a little bit more room right where you need it, so you're much less likely to scratch your watch against the new paint. And then we come to the dedicated sunbed, a place that I think they've done so well, especially because of its shape. As you can see, it's nice to be looking forward and have a bit of back support so you can enjoy the space also while cruising. It's social too, because you've got counter-facing seating in front of you, and in Cannes, I have to say it's quite a 270-degree panorama here on the bow. Now, all of this video has been just about one of the possible 2 options for this yacht, because in addition to the Pirelli 47 Open we're on board here, there's also a closed version. The only real differences are it's completely closed off to the elements with large glass windows, so all the same light comes in, you still have the same great views, but you're sheltered from the elements, so for Nordic seas and rougher weather, it may perform a bit better. But even if you choose the open one, as we discussed, you have so many options, from the extra bar or storage, the seating arrangement, or the sunbathing on the stern, to the orientation of the U-shaped sofa under the hardtop and the position of the wet bar. So you can really make this yacht your own. Then of course there's all the details. This beautiful sky blue works quite well, but you could also have whatever upholstery you like. Pirelli works with owners to make each yacht absolutely unique and to tailor it to their needs and the lifestyle that they want to live at sea. 20 years of Pirelli Speedboats, 2 decades, and it culminates in the Pirelli 47, the latest model with all of the most advanced innovations, bringing the lineage forward and bearing, as always, the mark of the Pirelli tread. Come and see it yourself as soon as possible, and don't stop there. Take her for a spin, do a sea trial, and then you'll understand what makes this yacht so special.